Hey everyone, it's RAJASIDEE. Welcome back to my channel. So this week I have my cheek routine for you, and that includes highlight, contour, bronzer, blush, all of that. I walk you through exactly how I do it, how to blend in your contour, how to blend in your blush and bronzer and everything together so it looks seamless rather than sort of like stripes of color. So if you want to see how I did that, then please keep on watching. Okay, so I've zoomed you in so that you can see exactly what I'm doing. So I'm going to start off with bronzer today, and I have two options to show you. So the first one is a drugstore, which is the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. This one I really like because the powder is just so soft and it just like blends into your skin very nicely, and it's a matte formula. I like pretty much all of my products to be matte except for my highlighter, so I'm either going to be using this, or if you want a higher end option, this is the Ciate bronzer in the shade Palm Island, and it's a very similar color to the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. I don't know if you could tell, but this is the butter bronzer, this is the Ciate, and basically they're just dupes of each other. If you wanted something more high-end, then I would say go for this. If you wanted something more drugstore, then go for the butter bronzer. But basically they work the same. The only difference is that this powder is not as softer to the touch as the butter bronzer. So I'm going to go ahead and start off with that first. When you're applying your cheek products, you also want to think about the brushes that you're using. I have two that I like to alternate between, and the first one is this Luxie. This is their number 660 Precision Foundation Brush. So that's what that looks like, and it's very fluffy and it gives you a more diffused result as opposed to this brush, which is the Sephora Collection Pro Mini 55.5. So you can get this one in a full size, which is the 55 brush, and it's much more denser, so you can get a more I don't know, like a heavy application if that's what you want to go for. I'm gonna go for the Precision Foundation Brush by Luxie just because I wanted a more diffused look, and I'm gonna go ahead and go into my butter bronzer and just go ahead and just lightly start applying that into my cheeks. I also prefer my bronzers to be more cool toned, and these two are perfect for, examples of that. They're not warm at all, so that way you can contour with these if you really wanted to. So now the next step is blush, and I like to use the same brush just because it helps blend in your bronzer and your blush together a lot better. I'm using the Tarte blush in the shade Paaarty. I really like this blush. I honestly haven't used anything else since I got this. Again, with this brush you're getting that diffused application, and that's what I really like. This is one of those like blush colors that for me kind of goes with any makeup look that I'm doing, so I tend to wear it every single day. I don't know, and it doesn't like clash with my lipstick because I always wear red lipstick, so I love that. And now for the main part of this video, which is the highlight. So I like to go in with a either a cream or a liquid highlighter at first before I do my powder. So today I'm going to be going into the Colourpop and Kathleen Lights highlighter in the shade On the Cusp. So I really like this because it's a really nice, a little pinky toned champagne shade, and it's very bright. You can't see it there, but you'll see it on the skin. It's very bright, and over top of this I'll go in with a powder. Usually with these Colourpop highlighters I like to go in with just using my fingers. I just like to take a little bit of the product and then just apply it to the high points of my cheek, and just blend that in, blend it into my eyebrow as well. This is why I don't have my eyebrows done, because I like to do this before I do my eyebrows. I'm just going to blend that in. Don't worry about it being messy because I'm going to show you how to fix that. I'm going to add a little bit to my nose. So to go over top of that, I'm going to be using the Nars highlighter in the shade Fort de France, which is very similar, if not the same, to the Colourpop highlighter. That's why I like to pair them together, but I've paired this with other highlighters on top, and this just brings out the brightness in the highlighter. So what I'm going to use that with is this Sephora brush, which is the number 204. So you get a highlighter side and a contour side. I like to use that for both. So what I'm going to do, take my highlighter, and this is where the blending really comes in, because this brush is pretty dense, so it really helps blend in my highlighter to exactly where I want it to be. So what I'm going to do is blend it over top and then start blending it right here into my temples and into the eyebrows. So I basically am making that sort of C shape right here. So this is how I've been doing my highlighter lately, and I've been loving the look of it because straight on you can't really tell that I have a lot of highlighter on, but it's when you turn to the side and the light hits it is where you see the highlighter and you see the blend, and it just looks seamless and it looks like it's blended into your skin rather than having it on top, and that's the look that I go for. A lot of the tutorials I see on YouTube, their highlighter is usually just like a stripe. I like it a more blended look. I like to blend it into my temples and my eyebrows so that when I'm doing my eyeshadow, my brow bone highlight is already there. It's almost just that like glass skin look, but just on the high points of your face. I have oily skin, so I don't really like to go for that super dewy look. I just like it on the high points, and I think doing my highlight this way really gives me that look. So next I'm going to move on to contour, and I'm also going to be using another Nars product. This is the Nars Laguna bronzer. This is their Sun Wash Diffused one, so it gives you a very again, diffused look, and that's kind of what I've been going for lately. So I'm just going to flip my brush to the angled side and then just contour. I go a little bit right in the hairline at the temples, and then of course just, oh, I forgot to put bronzer on my forehead. So that's how I've been doing my highlight, contour, blush. Lastly, what I just like to do is go in with that same brush I used for bronzer and blush and just make sure everything is blended, because you don't want it to look like you have like stripes of color. You want it to flow together. That's it. I'm going to be back with my eyebrows, eyeshadow, and all of that done. Okay, so this is what everything looks like all together when everything is done. So I have my eyebrows, my eye makeup, my lips, everything done. As you can see, the blush really doesn't clash with like my eye makeup or my lips, and like I mentioned earlier, I wear red lipstick almost every day, so it doesn't clash with that. So I really love that blush, and I really love the products that I've been using on my cheeks recently, so I really just wanted to show that for you. And so I hope that you guys enjoyed, and I hope that you guys learned something, and I hope that it was helpful. So yeah, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!